Hi everyone, just a little bit of an update. These are the Anacampseros Marlothii seeds which I harvested from my own plants about 10 months ago. Now some of them, let's just say they need a new home. You can probably see them bursting out of the top there. For some reason, one container did better than the other, but what my plan is today is to take out the biggest plants and replant them. So I've got some pots. So there's two the same, just some white pots, and they're ceramic ones, and I think they're quite nice. They're sort of plain but nice. But we're going to put them in here, put some top dressing on, and give them a new home. So let's get to it. So first thing is to open the lid. You can see there's still a lot of condensation in there, so that's really good. And there's not too many in this one that need to be transplanted, probably really only that one there. Okay, so what we might do is just take out the big one, and then I will put these out somewhere where they get a bit more light and hopefully some warmth outside. It's a bit cooler today, so they should be safe. So just very gently loosen up the soil and remove this one plant. So just very gently loosen up the soil, and there we go. So it's got some nice roots on it. So we'll set that aside and put that in here. And there's a bit of bonus moss. Let's check the other container, because I think these guys are still too small to transplant yet. So let's leave them in their nursery. Put the lid back on. I don't think they need any more water. They're still quite moist. I know some of you don't like that word, I'm sorry. But this one's got some bigger ones. So let's have a look in here. So these guys are 10 months old. Have a look at that. So I don't know why, like they were all planted at the same time, but for some reason these guys have just done better in this container. Maybe they had more warmth or more light or something. Anyway, let's loosen up the soil again, just a little bit, just very gently. We don't want to just harm the roots in any way. We'll just have to be careful. There's some little tiny babies in here as well, so we don't want to disturb them. All right, here's the first one. So very gently take it out. So that's a decent size. It's got a good root system. You can see the little hairs that have started. That's one of the things I really like about the Anacampseros, is that they have these little fibers or these little whiskers. So we'll set that one aside. All right, very gently, just find where the bottom of that plant is. Gently tease it out. There you go, there's another one. So these are a lovely size. All right, this one's a little bit smaller, but I think it's still ready to come out. So there we go. So that one's a bit smaller, but I think it's still okay to go into the pot. And this big boy, oh no, there's a little one first. So there's a little one there. Transplant him. This is the big one. So just very gently tease him out. What I might do, this has come out as a clump, and I think I'll just leave them like that. I actually think that will be quite nice growing together. It might give a little bit more support to the little guys. All right, put you over there. Here's another reasonable sized one. Okay, there. Oh, it's flopping over. There's not much that's more exciting about free plants that you've been able to gather from your own seeds or your own plants. It's just really exciting to think that these started off as seeds in my garden. I'm just so excited about them. And if you haven't watched that video, then yeah, have a look for it. But I've got a couple of seed sowing videos on my channel. These guys, there's a little tiny baby that's come with that one as well. That's over there. In fact, there's two little babies. we'll keep those guys together. These guys have come apart as conjoined twins, so we'll leave those guys together too. And these ones, not sure, they're very small. I might take them out too and just leave the little tiny bubbers in there. Just being very careful to take them out. The soil's very loose. See, that one doesn't have much in the way of roots, but we'll plant that with the others. And there's another one here that's a little bit bigger. See if I can get that one out carefully. All right, there it is. Oh, that one's got a little baby with it too. Look at that. See that one there? And I think we'll leave the rest of them in here. So they're still nice and damp. So I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm actually going to leave them outside where it's been warm, because we are in the middle of summer. It hasn't been hot and they won't be in direct sunlight. So let's replace the lid. Oop. Oh no. Okay, they're okay. I knocked them, but they're all right. I can still see them, they're not buried. So they're gonna go in a warm spot with lots of light. Lots of light is what I'm trying to say. Let's have a look at what we've managed to take out of there. All right, so that's not a bad effort, is it? Look at all of those. So now what we're gonna do is transplant them into, I'm not sure if we'll need 1 or 2 pots. We might put them together kind of like a clump, but a little bit of room in between them, and then we'll add a top dressing. So here's our pot. I might bring you up a bit higher. There we go, so you can see. And let's just start planting these in here. All right, let's add some top dressing. I've just got some white stones here, okay? I probably would have preferred some small aquarium gravel because the plants are so small, but if I'm careful about putting it in, then I think I'll be right. All right, how does that look? I've covered up most of the soil, but I'm not terribly fussed because these plants are gonna get bigger, well, hopefully. So what I'll do, I'll let them recover from being transplanted for a day or so before I water them. And then I'll find a nice bright spot for them outside. But I can't wait to see what these are going to look like when they get bigger. I have to try and remember to do an update for you so that you can see how they go. I'm hoping that when I put them outside, they're just going to go boom when they get a bit of sun on them and just go into a really big growth phase. We are in summer though, so I'm not sure when is their growing time. For most succulents here in Australia, it seems to be spring. I think Marlothias might be winter, but I don't know about these guys. They seem to do all right all year round, but I think spring might be their best time for growing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up like this. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I do apologize for the sound of the mowers and whippersnippers outside. That's next door at the neighbors. But I will talk to you soon in the next video. So have a great day. Bye.